Okay, so equations of circles on a graph. Here's what they look like. It's x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And so what those letters represent is that the center is hk, whatever numbers those are. And then that number r is the radius. This formula is on the SOL formula sheet, so you will not have to have it memorized. But one thing I want you to notice is that this is x minus h and y minus k. So we will have to change the sign to get h and k. Kind of like point slope form. I'll show you the example. It'll make sense. One thing I'm going to do on this graph here is make these lines a little bit darker because they're really hard to see. Get my x and y axis on there a little bit better. Okay, so for number one here, we have x plus 4 squared. So what would the x coordinate be for the center? It's x plus 5, not 4. If it was 4, we would see x minus 4 squared. It would be negative 4. Because what we're doing here with x plus 4 is that's the same as x minus negative 4. So the number that we're subtracting inside this parentheses, that is the x coordinate of the center. So that would be negative 4. So in the second parentheses there for y, what number are we subtracting? What number are we subtracting? What number are we subtracting? 2. That's y minus 2. We're subtracting 2. Our center is negative 4 and 2. Notice what I'm doing is I'm changing the sign of both of those in the parentheses.
But what about the square?
The numbers for the center are the numbers that we are subtracting in the parentheses, as we see in the equation. This is the equation of a circle. This is how it works. Then this last number here, that equals the radius squared. So 25 is r squared. What does r have to be? R would be 5. Yeah, so here's our standard form. That's what equations of circles look like.
So you're always going to switch the sign.
Yes. Yeah, because we're subtracting the coordinates. So that means we go to our center, which is negative 4, 2. That's right there. There's the center point. And my radius is 5, so what I need to do is go 5 in all directions from that point. So I would put points on the graph that are up 5, to the right 5, down 5, and left 5. And then I would try to connect those points into a circle. So you don't have to be a master artist, but if you draw your circle and it looks like that, is that a circle? No, okay, so don't draw your circle like that. Try your best. Make it look round, as round as you can. And that would be our circle.
On the map, Dutch map, is it going to like ask us to draw the circle?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be really easy though. Like it'll let you do something like I just did. Okay. So number 2, again, we are given this equation of a circle. It matches the same format that we have. So what would our x coordinate be? It's x minus 7 squared. 7, because we are subtracting 7. What would our y coordinate be? 0. We're subtracting 0. So y squared is by itself. That's the same as y minus 0. What would the radius be of this circle? 2, exactly. So 4 equals the radius squared. Our radius would be 2. So we go to our point 7, 0, which is right there. Right? Yeah. And then I'm just going to go up 2 from there, to the right 2, down 2, left 2. I'm going to try my best to get a circle that goes through those points. It's sort of hard to draw on this thing. Okay, so again, not super complicated what we're doing. We're just matching the numbers in the equation and sketching a graph. You guys sketch a graph of 3 and 4. All right. Okay, eyes up here, eyes up here. Eyes up here. Okay, number 3, what is the center of that circle?
3, negative 1.
3, negative 1. What is the radius? 7. Okay, so I go to 3, negative 1. I go 7 in all directions. 7. Well, that's not a good circle. Okay, so it looks something like this. It's really hard to draw on this thing. Okay, number 4, what is the center of that circle? Negative 6, negative 5, and the radius 4. Okay. So, just to recap, we changed the signs, the numbers in the parentheses. That gives us the center point. So my signs were negative 3, 1, so the center is 3, negative 1. This number is the radius squared. So we take the square root of that number in order to find the radius. We then put that on the graph based on that information.